Hello students, welcome to our PROS project. Myself Mrs. Kool Enak from SGM College, Karad. We are going to start the new topic from 12th chemistry, ionic equilibria. This is the third topic in the chemistry book. Then what is equilibrium? Equilibrium means when rate of forward reaction is equal to rate of backward reaction is the equilibrium. Means for equilibrium reversible condition is necessary. Then what is ionic equilibrium? When that is the equilibrium between the ions and unionized molecule is called as the ionic equilibria. Here in this reaction AB in aqueous solution gives the A plus and B minus ions. Means in forward reaction there is a formation of A plus and B minus ions, and in backward reaction there is a formation of the AB. When rate of backward reaction is equal to the rate of forward reaction, that is the equilibrium. And this ionic equilibrium means again the equilibrium between the unionized molecules and ions in the solution. Then some concepts in this ionic equilibria are the electrolytes. First, what is meant by electrolytes? Substance which gives ions in aqueous solution are called as the electrolytes. And which are the electrolytes? All acids, bases and salts are act as electrolytes because all arenous acids, arenous bases and salts gives ions in the aqueous solution. And electrolytes are good conductors because they give ions in aqueous solution. Then what are non-electrolytes? The non-electrolytes means substance which does not give ions in aqueous solution. For example, sucrose, glucose, urea, alkanes, alcohols, benzenes, etc. and so on. In multiple choice question, there may be question, which of the following is electrolyte or which of the following is non-electrolyte? आपण ओळखायचं which gives the ions are electrolytes and which does not give ions in aqueous solution are non-electrolytes. Non-electrolytes are bad conductors because which does not give ions in aqueous solution. Next is the types of electrolytes. There are two types of the electrolytes, strong electrolytes and weak electrolytes. Then which are the strong electrolytes? Means the substance which ionizes almost completely are called as strong electrolyte. ज्यांचं जवळजवळ complete ionization होत असतं किंवा dissociation होत असतं aqueous solution मध्ये ते strong electrolytes. Then all strong acids, strong bases and all salts are the strong electrolytes. Means they dissociate almost completely in aqueous solution. And next, weak electrolytes means which dissociates to very small extent in aqueous solution are the weak electrolytes. The weak acids and weak bases are act as a weak electrolytes. Then next point is the degree of dissociation, which is represented by alpha. The degree of dissociation of an electrolyte is defined as fraction of total number of moles of the electrolyte that dissociate into its ions when the equilibrium is attained, and it is denoted by alpha. Here equilibrium condition is necessary. Fraction of total number of moles means if there is 5 moles are dissociated from the 50 moles, total number of moles are 50 and only 5 of which are dissociated. Alpha is calculated as alpha equal to 5 divided by 50 at equilibrium. Means alpha equal to number of moles dissociated upon total number of moles at equilibrium. And percent dissociation calculated as percent dissociation equal to alpha into 100. Means multiply that alpha by 100 to you get the percent dissociation. And if alpha is the molar concentration of an electrolyte of an electrolyte. The equilibrium concentration of cation or anion is alpha into C in mole per dm cube. Mole per dm cube, that is the molar concentration. That means in case of weak acid like CH3COOH, which dissociates to small extent into two ions, CH3COO minus ions and H plus ions, then molar concentration of CH3COO minus ions here equal to alpha into C. The square bracket indicates the molar concentration or concentration in moles per dm cube. This is the anion, as well as cation is the H plus. Molar concentration of cation, that is H plus, equal to alpha into C. This is only in case of weak electrolyte. In case of weak base, concentration of OH minus equal to alpha into C. But in case of strong acid, there is almost a complete dissociation, and hence concentration of or molar concentration of H plus ions equal to C, or concentration of OH minus ions equal to C and not alpha into C. You have to remember these things, that in case of weak acids or weak bases, concentration of H plus equal to alpha into C. In case of weak base also, concentration of OH minus equal to alpha into C. But in case of strong acid, molar concentration of H plus equal to only C, or molar concentration of OH minus also equal to only C. Then next point is the theories of acids and bases. In that, first theory is the Arrhenius theory. You have to remember these theories alphabetically. In Arrhenius theory, first concept is acid. Acid, it is a substance which gives H plus ions in aqueous solution. For example, HCl. In aqueous solution, it gives the H plus ions and Cl minus ions in aqueous solution. As it gives H plus ions, it is a acid. Then base. Base, it is a substance which gives OH minus ions in aqueous solution. Base gives the OH minus ions and acid gives the H plus ions. Example C. HCl, HNO3, H2SO4, CH3COOH are the acids. Why? Because this gives the H plus ions in aqueous solution. Here again see this example. HCl is called as the monobasic acid because there is only one hydrogen atom which is responsible for its acidic character. In HNO3, there is also only one hydrogen atom responsible for acidic character. It is also called as monobasic acid. But in case of H2SO4, there are the H2, means there are two hydrogen atoms responsible for its acidic character. Hence, H2SO4 is called as the dibasic acid. In case of CH3COOH, acetic acid, there is only this last H from COOH group is responsible for its acidic character and not these three hydrogen atoms. And hence CH3COOH is also monobasic acid. Some more examples of bases as NaOH, KOH, NH4OH, BaOH twice. BaOH twice is called as the diacidic base. Why? Because in BaOH twice, these two OH groups are responsible for its basic character and hence it is called as the diacidic base. Here is in NH4OH only one OH, hence it is a monoacidic base. KOH monoacidic base. NaOH is also monoacidic base. NaOH dissociates completely to give the Na plus and OH minus ions in aqueous solutions. Limitations of this theory are, this theory is applicable only for the aqueous solution and not for any other solvent. And acid must be contains the hydrogen and base must be contains the OH hydroxyl group. Thus, if any acid which does not contain H or any base which does not contain OH, the acidity or basicity of such a substance cannot be explained by the Arrhenius theory. For example, basicity of NH3 is cannot be explained by the Arrhenius theory. Means NH3 is basic, but it does not contain the OH group. Hence, according to Arrhenius theory, it does not use the OH minus ions in aqueous solution. Thus, basicity of NH3 or basicity of Na2CO3 or acidity of CuSO4 cannot be explained by the Arrhenius theory. This is the limitation. And next theory is the Bronsted-Lowry theory. B after A. Arrhenius नंतर B ची Bronsted theory. According to this theory, acid it is a substance which donate a proton to another substance, and base it is a substance which accept a proton from another substance. Means acid is a proton donor and base is a proton acceptor. Means that gives the definition by using the proton. Acid is a proton donor and base is a proton acceptor. See the example, HCl plus NH3 which gives NH4 plus Cl minus. Here this reaction is reversible. In forward reaction, HCl donates a proton. HCl donate a proton to NH3 and HCl as donate a proton act as an acid, and NH3 can accept a proton and it act as a base. You see the reversible reaction. In reversible reaction, NH4 plus can donate a proton to Cl minus. As NH4 plus can donate a proton, it act as a acid, and Cl minus can accept a proton, it act as a base. But in Bronsted theory, acid plus base equal to acid plus base, not salt and water. That is, there is a formation of the conjugate acid-base pairs. See here, the HCl donate a proton to NH3 and HCl get converted to Cl minus. HCl ना प्रोटॉन डोनेट केला H प्लस NH3 ला, म्हणजे HCl चं कन्वर्जन कशामध्ये झालं, Cl मायनस मध्ये झालं. Thus HCl and Cl minus is a conjugate acid base pair. HCl is if acid 1, then its base Cl minus is a base 1. Next, NH3. NH3 can accept a proton and act as a base. But NH3 can accept a H plus and get converted into NH4 plus. NH3 accept a proton and it act as a base, but it converted into NH4 plus, which is an acid. Thus, NH4 plus is the acid of NH3. Thus, NH3 and NH4 plus is the another conjugate acid-base pair. What is difference in NH3 and NH4 plus? There is difference of one H plus only. That is one proton. Similarly, in case of HCl and Cl minus, there is a difference of one proton or one H plus only. Thus, this conjugate acid-base pair are formed from one another. बघा HCl मधून एक H plus काढला की काय झाला, Cl minus झाला. Cl minus मध्ये एक H plus घातला की काय झाला, HCl झाला. म्हणजे HCl आणि Cl मायनस हे एकमेकापासून तयार होतात आणि त्यांच्यामध्ये फक्त एक प्रोटॉनचा फरक आहे. तसंच NH3 आणि NH4 प्लस मध्ये NH3 मध्ये एक H प्लस घातला की NH4 प्लस झाला आणि NH4 प्लस मधनं एक H प्लस काढला की काय झाला, NH3 झाला. आणि म्हणजे तिथं पण काय फक्त एका प्रोटॉनचा फरक आहे. म्हणजे ऍसिड मधनं एक H प्लस कमी केला की त्याचा कॉन्जुगेट बेस तयार होतो आणि बेस मध्ये एक H प्लस मिळवला की त्याचा कॉन्जुगेट ऍसिड तयार होतो. म्हणजे एका ऍसिड आणि बेस पासून दुसरा काय मिळतो, ऍसिड आणि बेसच मिळतो. Thus conjugate acid base pair is defined as it is a pair of acid and base differing by a only one proton and formed by each other. Thus HCl and Cl minus as well as NH3 and NH4 plus are conjugate acid base pairs. See the next example, HCl aqueous plus H2O liquid. This is a reversible reaction. There is formation of H3O plus aqueous Cl minus aqueous. In forward reaction, HCl combine with H2O to form the H3O plus and Cl minus, and in backward reaction, H3O plus combines with Cl minus to form the H2 and HCl. Here consider HCl. As HCl can donate a proton, it acts as a acid. HCl donate a proton and it converted into Cl minus, which is its conjugate base. Thus, HCl is a acid 1 and its conjugate base is Cl minus, which is base 1. H2O can accept a proton and act as a base, and it is get converted into H3O plus. Thus, if H2O is a base 2, then its conjugate acid H3O plus is the acid 2. Thus, these are the conjugate acid base pair. Means in this theory, acid plus base equal to acid plus base. Next theory is the Lewis theory. In Lewis theory, acid is a substance, gives the definition opposite to proton, that is electron, according to electron. Acid, it is a species which can accept a share in an electron pair. Thus, acid is an electron pair acceptor. And base, it is a species which can donate a share in an electron pair. Thus, base is an electron donor. Thus, acid electron acceptor and base electron donor. Consider the example. In this example, this H plus, there is a positive charge, means which is electron deficient, and this NH3, there is electron pair. This electron pair is a non-bonding electron pair or lone pair of electron, means it is a electron rich, which can donate electron to H plus, and H plus can accept. But there is a formation of covalent but immutual sharing. Immutual sharing between this nitrogen and hydrogen, and thus due to this immutual sharing there is a formation of dative bond or coordinate covalent bond, and this dative bond is represented by this arrow, which arrow is towards the hydrogen, means lone pair of electron only from the nitrogen but sharing between the nitrogen and hydrogen. Thus, as H plus can accept a electron pair, it acts as an acid, and as base can donate a electron pair in share, it acts as a base. And there is a formation of compound containing this coordinate covalent bond. Similarly, this next example, BF3. In BF3, central atom is boron. There are only 6 electrons in outermost shell of boron. Thus, BF3 is electron deficient. In NH3, nitrogen has the one lone pair of electron or non-bonding electron pair. Thus, nitrogen can donate it and boron can accept it and form a coordinate covalent bond. Thus, in BF3 NH3 compound, there is a dative bond between the nitrogen and boron. Thus, in mutual sharing of this electron pair between the nitrogen and boron. Thus, as boron can accept electron pair, BF3 act as an acid, and nitrogen can donate electron pair, it act as a base. Means acid, electron pair acceptor, and base are the electron pair donors. And next point is the amphoteric nature of water. What is amphoteric? Means substance when act as acid as well as base, which is called as the amphoteric. Here water has ability to act as acid as well as a base. Such a behavior is known as amphoteric. See the reaction H2O plus NH3 aqueous gives OH minus aqueous and NH4 plus. In this reaction, the H2O can donate a proton. Here H2O can donate a proton to NH3 and to form the OH minus plus NH4 plus. As H2 can donate a proton, it acts as an acid. Thus, when this H2 reacts with NH3, in this reaction water acts as an acid. And see the next reaction, H2O liquid plus HCl, which gives the H3O plus aqueous plus Cl minus aqueous. In this reaction, the H2O can accept a proton from HCl and H2O get converted into H3O plus. Thus, as H2 can accept a proton, it acts as a base. Means when it reacts with base, it acts as an acid, and when it reacts with acid, it acts as a base. Thus, water can act as acid as well as base, depending on that condition or the reaction, and thus the water has amphoteric nature. Okay, thank you, students. We will see the next point in the next lecture.